Welcome to my English classroom. I am your English teacher Sheikh Rafi. Today in this video, I am going to start 4th unit from your English textbook. I want all of you to open page number 53 of your textbook and look at the title of the lesson. The title of the lesson is What Can $1.11 do? Now the title is actually a question. The author is asking you a question. What can $1.11 do? Now, before entering into the lesson, let us first understand the meaning of the title of the lesson. The title says, What can $1.11 do? Here, two new words are there. One is dollar and another is cents. Dollars and cents are currency of America. Like in India, we have rupees and paise. Rupees refers to notes and paise refers to coins. Like we have rupees and paise. Similarly, in America, we have dollars and cents. So overall, what you have to understand is dollars and cents is the money, the currency of America. Now you can understand what we are talking. We are asking, what can $1.11 do? A dollar is just like a rupee in India. So 1 rupee and some paise. Similarly, $1.11. So the money is very less. So the question is, what can $1.11 do? Since the money is very less, we can't do anything. If you want to do anything, you need a lot of money. But with this little money, you can buy only chocolates, candies, or some snack for yourself. But that is not the lesson about. The lesson is totally a different story. Now, what happens in this lesson and what is the thing that we are going to get only for $1.11? That is what we have to find out. So, let us start the lesson. All of you look at page number 53. They have given a pre-reading activity. Pre-reading activity means the activity that you have to do before reading the lesson. It's like a warm-up exercise. So all of you look at the picture given there. Observe the following picture and answer the questions. Now all of you pay attention. Look at the picture. So you can see it is a picture of a medical store. It is written there. And 2-3 people are there who are selling medicines. So the people who sell medicines, they are called chemists. And we can see there are 3 customers who are buying. There is one little girl standing at the counter. Then there is another man. And if you observe the man very carefully, he is wearing an apron, white apron. And there is a stethoscope in his pocket. So can you guess who is he? Yes, you are right. He is a doctor. Then there is one more kid standing there and buying something. So be very careful. Observe the picture very carefully. Now see the questions that they have given below it. The first question is, what can you say about the shop? Okay, so when I look at the shop, I understand that this is a medical store. The shop is a medical store. Second question, when does one go to such shops? We go to such shops when we need medicines. Third question, why do you think the girl has come to this shop? Definitely, the girl has come to the shop to buy some medicines. Fourth question, what do you think the girl is saying to the shopkeeper? Maybe the girl is telling the shopkeeper the name of the medicine which she wants to buy. The next question is, does she look happy? What makes you think so? Now, that is what you have to understand. If you look carefully at the picture of that girl, you can notice her eyes. The girl is crying. So we can understand that the girl is not happy. Then another reason we have to understand. If somebody goes to a medical store, it means they have gone there to buy some medicines. When do we buy medicines? We buy medicines for ourselves or for our family members who are not well, who are sick. So if someone in your family is sick, you will be unhappy. So we can say that the girl is not happy. Maybe someone in her family is very sick. Let us see the last question. Who might be ill? Now, we already answered that question. Someone in her family might be ill. Ill means sick, not well. So, with that background, let us turn the page and enter the lesson. All of you, look at page number 54. What can $1.11 do? So let us find out what can one do with such a little money. An 8-year-old child, Tess, loved her brother Andrew. She used to play with her brother. So in this story, there are two main characters. Who are they? Number one, Tess, an 8-year-old girl, and her brother Andrew. So they both used to play together. See what happens. One day, Tess heard her parents talking about her little brother Andrew. All she knew was that Andrew was very sick and her parents did not have enough money for the treatment. Now that is the problem. One day, Tess heard her parents talking. They were talking about Andrew, and Andrew was very sick. He needed treatment, but his parents had not enough money. So what happened? See next. They were moving into a smaller house because they could not afford to stay in the present house after paying the doctor's bills. Now that is another change that was taking place in their house. Andrew's parents, they decided to change their house because they were very poor, and after paying the doctor's bills, after paying the money to the doctor for treatment of Andrew, they were left with very less money, and with this less money they cannot pay for the rent of their present house. So they decided to change the house. See what happens. He needed a costly surgery. He here refers to Andrew. He needed a costly surgery now, and there was no one to loan them the money. So her parents lost their hope and gave up their efforts. Now that's really a very, very big problem. Right? Andrew needed a surgery. Surgery means an operation was to be performed on Andrew to save him because he was very, very sick. And the cost of operation, the cost of surgery was very high. And Andrew's parents, they cannot afford it. They changed the house because they were not able to pay the house rent after paying the doctor's bills. And they couldn't find anyone who can give them loan. So in this situation, what happened? They lost all their hopes and they gave up their efforts. They stopped trying because they knew they cannot save the child. They cannot save the child. They didn't have enough money to get the boy operated. Now that is the situation in the family. Let us continue further. You can see the picture given there. The whole family looks very sad, and Andrew is there in mother's lap. Father and daughter, all of them are worried about Andrew. See the next paragraph. When Tess heard her daddy say to her tearful mother, "Only a miracle can save him now," she went to her room and pulled a jar of coins from a cupboard. Now this is what happened. Father was talking to mother. Mother's eyes were full of tears. She was crying because her son was very sick. So mother was crying. Father went and told her mother. What he said? He said, only a miracle can save him. Now, what is a miracle? See the meaning they have given at the back of the lesson. Miracle means a wonderful event that seems impossible and that is believed to be caused by God. Right? When we are in a great trouble, we pray God to help. And many a times God helps us and we say it's a miracle. It's a miracle. It's an unbelievable incident. How is it possible? Have you ever faced? I remember one such miracle when I was a small kid. I got lost in a market and I didn't know how I will be back to my home. But by God's grace, I found one of my neighbor in the market and he took me back to the home. Or otherwise, I would have been lost forever. So this is how God helps you. So God does a lot of miracles. So that is why Father is saying, what does Father says? He says, only a miracle can save him now. She went to her room. She here refers to Tess. Tess went to her room, pulled a jar of coins from a cupboard. She pulled a jar of coins. She used to keep some coins in a jar. Like we have piggy banks at home. Whatever money parents give us, what do? We keep it in the piggy bank. We save it. Similarly, this little girl, Tess, she had kept all the money she had collected in a jar. So she went to her room and pulled a jar of coins from a cupboard. She poured all the money out on the floor and counted it carefully. She poured all the money on the floor and she counted the money carefully. Holding the jar tightly, she made her way to the medical store and placed it on the glass table. She took all the money in the jar. She went to the medical store and kept the jar on the glass table. You can see in the picture they have given, right? So this girl is Tess, who is there in the medical store. So she kept it on the glass table. Now see further what happens. What do you want? Asked the chemist. Asked the chemist. Who is chemist? Chemist is the person who makes and sells medicines, right? So what do you want? Asked the chemist. It is for my little brother, Tess answered. He is really, really sick and I want to buy a miracle. Oh God, oh God. What is Tess asking the chemist to give? Tess is asking chemist to give her a miracle. Oh, can you understand what has happened? Father said that only miracle can save him. And Tess thought that miracle was a medicine. Tess thought that the miracle was a medicine and she took her pocket money. She went to the medical store and she is asking for miracle. Now, is miracle a medicine? No. Miracle is not a medicine. It is an act of God. It is an act of God. So how can she get a miracle in the medical store? Now see how the chemist responds. We don't sell miracles here, child. I'm sorry, the chemist said, smiling sadly at the little girl. The chemist understood. The moment the girl asked for a miracle, the chemist understood that she badly needs a help. And what he said? He said, we don't sell miracles here, child. I am sorry, the chemist said, smiling sadly at the little girl. Now see what does Tess says. She says, listen, I have the money to pay for it. I have the money to pay for it. If it isn't enough, I can try and get some more. So the girl is desperate to buy the medicine. She wants miracle at any costs. Whatever money she had, she gave it to the chemist and said that she wants a miracle. But chemist said, we don't sell it here. And she thought that maybe that is more costly. And she says, I will bring some more money, but please give me a miracle. If it isn't enough, I can try and get some more. Just tell me how much it costs. It here refers to miracle. So she is asking the price of miracle to the chemist. Can she buy it? No. See what happens. At the shop, there was a well-dressed customer. Okay, there was another customer in the shop. Have we noticed it in the picture? All of you see the picture once again. Is there any other customer in the shop? Yes, he is the doctor. Now let us see what happens. At the shop, there was a well-dressed customer. He bent down and asked the little girl, what kind of miracle does your brother need? See the answer. The girl says, I don't know. She's a little girl, no? An 8 years old girl. She says, I don't know. She replied with her eyes welling up. With her eyes welling up. The tears were coming out of her eyes. He is really sick and mommy says he needs an operation. But my daddy can't pay for it. So I have brought my savings. Now that was the answer of the girl. The girl told the entire problem to that customer. And she said that her brother was really, really sick. He needed an operation. And since her father was poor, he can't afford it. And immediately the doctor asks him, how much do you have? How much money do you have? Asked the man. See the answer. Tess says $1.11. But I can try and get some more money. She answered barely audible. She answered barely audible. So what she answered? It was not audible. The doctor could not hear it properly. Why? Because she told him in a very low voice. Because she didn't had more money. So that is why she said, I have $1.11, but I can try and get some more money. See the response of the man. He says, wonderful, smiled the man. $1.11, the exact price of a miracle for your little brother. The doctor says, now that is the exact price you need for your brother's miracle. He took her money in one hand and held her hand with the other. The doctor took the money from the girl and held the hand of the girl and said, what he said? Take me to your home. Take me to your home. I want to see your brother and meet your parents. Let's see if I have the kind of miracle he needs. So in this way, the doctor took the girl and both of them went to Tess' house. Now let us see what happens at the house. That well-dressed man was Dr. Carlton Armstrong, a famous neurosurgeon. Wow! Now this customer was a doctor. Now that thing we already identified at the very beginning of the lesson, right? When we looked at his dress, we understood that he was wearing a white apron. Generally, doctors wear it. And he had a stethoscope in his pocket. So we identified that he was a doctor, and now it is revealed in the lesson here. That well-dressed man was Dr. Carlton Armstrong, a famous neurosurgeon. Now, who is a neurosurgeon? Surgeon means a doctor who does surgery, operations, and a neurosurgeon means a doctor who does surgery of nervous system, that is brain. So we can say that he is a brain specialist. Like we have cardiologist, no? A person who performs surgery on heart, right? Similarly, we have neurosurgeons, a brain specialist, or a doctor who is specialist in doing operations on nervous system. Now see what happens. That well-dressed man was Dr. Carlton Armstrong, a famous neurosurgeon. He had Andrew admitted to hospital where he operated on him without any charges. Within a few weeks, Andrew was back at home and doing well. Wow! Now that is how the doctor saved the little boy. He went to his house. He looked at the boy. You can see the picture given there. Na? The doctor visited their house and he checked the boy and he suggested that he should be operated. So the doctor took the boy, he got the boy admitted in the hospital and he performed the surgery on the boy without any charges. What do you mean by charges? Charges refers to fee. Generally, doctors charge fee for doing operations, and that too a brain surgery. It costs a lot of money. That is why the parents of Andrew could not afford it. But this doctor, Dr. Carlton Armstrong, he didn't took any money from her parents. So he did it without any charges. And within a few weeks, Andrew was back at home and doing well. So it means now Andrew got well. See what happens. That surgery, her mom whispered, was a real miracle. Mother says, mother whispers. Whispering means talking in a low voice. So mother was talking to her husband, that is father of Andrew, and she said, that surgery means the surgery done by Dr. Carlton Armstrong on Andrew. That surgery, her mom whispered, was a real miracle. Do you agree that surgery was a miracle? Yes. Why? Because that surgery saved the life of Andrew, and parents could not afford it because it was a costly surgery. But the doctor did that surgery without charging anything. So mother says, I wonder how much it would have cost. No, mother is wondering, she is thinking how much it would have cost. Such type of surgeries are very costly. So how much it would have cost? Mother is thinking. Do you know how much it cost? See the answer. Tess smiled. When mother was asking this, how much it would have cost? Tess smiled. Why is Tess smiling? She know how much it cost because she paid for it. How much did she pay? So see there, Tess smiled. She knew exactly how much the miracle cost. What was it? $1.11 plus the love of a little child. So that was the cost of miracle, and that is how the lesson comes to an end. Now here children, you should understand some basic things. The first question is, why did the doctor did surgery without any charges? Right? So we can understand here that he was a really generous man. The doctor was really generous man. When he saw the little girl crying for her brother's health, he understood how much the girl loved her brother. So we can say that it was for the love of a sister for her brother, and that the doctor was very generous. He was carried away by the emotions of the little girl and he decided to help the girl. Now the second thing is, if he wanted to help the girl, why did he took money from the girl? right? He took $1.11 from the girl. Can you guess why he took the money? Right, it may be because he didn't wanted to hurt the girl. He didn't wanted to hurt the feelings of the girl, and that is why he took the money and helped out the little girl and saved her brother's life. So in this way, the lesson comes to an end, and we understood that $1.11 can do a miracle. Okay, thank you. So that was all about what can $1.11 do. I hope children, all of you enjoyed the beautiful story of a little girl who had enormous love towards her brother. And we learned that if we have faith on the God, miracles will always happen. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.